Good day, everyone. I'm Joron Vibal, along with my group mates Aina Sofia Merino and Joanna Kilaman. We will be presenting an overview of Martin Heidegger's seminal work, The Question Concerning Technology. In our table of contents, we will cover Heidegger's introduction, his exploration of the essence of technology, going beyond conventional definitions, his distinction between ancient and modern technology as different modes of revealing, and several other key concepts like enframing, its dangers and consequences, the ambiguity at the heart of technology's essence, technology's relationship with art, the crisis of questioning, and ultimately some concluding thoughts. To begin, it's important to understand that Heidegger's aim is not simply to provide a definition of technology by listing various tools or machines. Rather, his goal is to uncover the deep essence of what technology truly is at its core. For Heidegger, the essence doesn't just refer to the whatness of something, but the way in which it endures and presents itself through time. To truly grasp the essence, we cannot merely look at technological objects themselves. So, let's dive deeper on what Heidegger wants to achieve. Heidegger critiques the common definitions that view technology merely as a means to an end, an instrument to achieve human purposes, or simply a mode of human activity to modify our environment. For him, these instrumental and anthropological definitions, while not inherently wrong, are inadequate as they do not reveal the true essence of technology. The essence Heidegger wants to uncover is technology as a way of revealing truth, a mode of bringing forth and unconcealing what is real. Technology is not just a means, but a process of disclosure, of making something manifest and present. But how do we find this essence? Heidegger proposes rethinking some key concepts from ancient Greek philosophy. The first is the notion of truth as aletheia, unconcealment, not just correctness of statements. Truth is the revealing of something from prior concealment into unconcealed presence. Technology then operates as a mode of this unconcealing and revealing of what is. Secondly, causality for Heidegger goes beyond just efficient cause, leading to effects. For the Greeks, causality meant allowing something to truly emerge and arrive into presence, to be granted its full enduring reality and disclosed in its being. This conception of causality relates to the third key concept, which is the four causes unified in the process of poiesis or bringing forth as the fundamental revealing. So ano ba tong four causes na to? The four causes are the material from which something is made, the form it takes, the primordial source from which it emerges, and the telos, no? The end or purpose for which it is brought forth. For the Greeks, these four causes didn't simply produce effects, but allowed a thing to emerge into unconcealed presence through the act of poetic revealing. The four causes gathered together and let something arrive and take its enduring stand. Poiesis, this bringing forth, was seen as the highest form of revealing truth or aletheia. The way reality arises from concealment into manifestation. Physis, the self-emergent unfolding of nature, exemplified this. But human techne or craftsmanship also participated in poiesis by gathering the causes to bring something new into being. So, in summary, causality wasn't about mere cause and effect, but the presencing of things. And the four causes unified in poetic revealing showed how all of reality emerges from concealment into unconcealment. With this background, we can better understand Heidegger's distinction between ancient and modern technology as different modes of this revealing process. On the ancient side, physis, or also known as nature's own self-emerging, was held as the highest mode of poetic revealing for the Greeks. Things came into presence through their own organic unfolding, not forced externally. Technique, human craftsmanship, and art also participated in this poetic bringing forth, but not through self-emergence. The craftsman gathered the four causes to bring something new into unconcealed presence, and technique originally meant knowledge or understanding, not just making. In contrast, Heidegger sees modern machine-powered technology's mode of revealing as distinctly different and more concerning. It does not let things emerge carefully from themselves, but rather aggressively challenges and unlocks nature as a mere store of energy, a standing reserve to be maximally extracted. Even cultivating the soil has become a maximizing of food yield rather than nurturing growth. So modern technology reveals not through poetic bringing forth, but an exploitative challenging that views the world reductively as resources to dominate and drain. So, what does this all mean? What is Heidegger trying to get at with this critique of modern technology's essence? Fundamentally, he wants us to see how our current relationship to technology risks viewing all of reality, including humanity itself, as simply resources to be optimized, ordered, and plundered with maximum efficiency. The revealing power of modern technology conceives of the entire world as a system of inputs, resources, and potentials to be calculated and extracted. This mode of challenging, ordering, revealing places the more caring, poetic revealing that allows things to presence and emerge in their own essence. It is a reduction of profound metaphysical significance that shapes how we perceive and interact with everything around us. Of course, Heidegger is not simply condemning technology or saying that we should abandon it. No, his aim is to just make this essence and mode of being visible to us so we can have a free relationship to it. By seeing how modern technology reveals the world as pure utility, we can remain open to other more poetic caring modes of revealing too. No? These are immense philosophical themes that cut to the core of our civilization's relationship with technology and being itself. No? They demand deep questioning on our part in the very essence of the technological world we inhabit. So at this point of our lecture, my groupmate Aina will now continue exploring some of the other key concepts and implications Heidegger develops in this groundbreaking work.
In his seminal work, Question Concerning Technology, philosopher Martin Heidegger delves into the essence of modern technology and its profound impact on human existence. He introduces the concept of enframing, which encapsulates the way modern technology frames and shapes our understanding of the world. Now, let's dissect Heidegger's perspective by examining each key point he presents in his critique of modern technology. First, let's tackle enframing, the essence of modern technology. Heidegger sees enframing as the defining characteristic of modern technology. Enframing is not merely a tool or a means to an end, but rather a way of revealing and understanding the world. It's a mode of thinking that sees everything as standing reserve or orderable resources, waiting to be utilized for human purposes. And framing is a mindset that views the world as something to be controlled, manipulated, and optimized for efficiency and utility. It reduces things to their instrumental value, overlooking their inherent essence or significance. In revealing the world as standing reserve, Heidegger argues that modern technology primarily reveals the world as standing reserve. Instead of revering or contemplating nature, it transforms everything, including human beings, into mere objects to be used and consumed. This mindset leads to the relentless exploitation of natural resources, undermining environmental sustainability. Lastly, influencing physics to view nature as a calculable system. Heidegger notes how modern technology influences our understanding of nature by framing it as a calculable system. Physics, in particular, plays a central role in this worldview, as it provides the mathematical tools and frameworks for understanding and manipulating the natural world. Nature is seen as a deterministic system governed by mathematical laws, which can be analyzed, predicted, and controlled through technology. This reductionist view of nature overlooks its complexity and interconnectedness, leading to a distorted understanding of the world and our place within it. Heidegger's critique of modern technology highlights the danger of enframing, which reduces the world to a mere standing reserve and threatens to obscure our deep relationship with nature and existence. Moving on to the dangers and consequences of enframing, let's delve deeper into Heidegger's insights. Enframing, as Heidegger describes it, leads to the reduction of everything in the world, including humanity itself, to mere resources. This reductionism transforms beings into objects that are to be ordered, manipulated, and utilized for human purposes. Human beings become just another component of the standing reserve, valued only for their utility in the service of technological efficiency and productivity. This reduction of humanity to a mere resource diminishes the richness and depth of human existence, undermining the dignity and value of individuals. Moreover, enframing also entails the concealment of truth and the suppression of poetic revealing, which involves the revealing of truth through artistic and poetic creation. In the technological mode of enframing, truth is reduced to calculable data and instrumental knowledge, prioritizing efficiency and utility over deeper understanding and meaning. This concealment of truth deprives humanity of the opportunity for authentic self discovery and connection with the world beyond mere utility and functionality. Poetic revealing, which allows for the emergence of truth through creative expression and contemplation, is stifled in the face of technological enframing. Lastly, the endangerment of humanity's relationship with self and the world. Perhaps most significantly, Heidegger warns that enframing endangers humanity's relationship with both itself and the world. By reducing everything to standing reserve, enframing obscures the deeper meanings and relationships that constitute human existence. This alienates individuals from themselves, preventing them from experiencing their own authenticity and interconnectedness with the world around them. Additionally, enframing disrupts humanity's relationship with the natural world, leading to the exploitation and degradation of the environment. This estrangement from nature not only threatens the ecological balance, but also diminishes humanity's sense of belonging and connection to the world. In the intricate landscape of technological advancement, Martin Heidegger sheds light on the nuanced essence of technology, emphasizing its inherent ambiguity. Today, we delve into the depths of Heidegger's insight to unravel the complexities of technology's essence. Heidegger underscores the inherent ambiguity within the essence of technology. While it can serve as a catalyst for human empowerment and progress, it also possesses the potential to wield a dominating influence over humanity and the world. This dual nature of technology prompts a critical examination of its impact on human freedom and existence. Central to this discussion is the concept of enframing. Enframing is an irresistible ordering force that shapes the way we perceive and interact with the world through technology. While enframing possesses a challenge to human existence by reducing everything to standard reserve, it also calls upon us to actively participate in the unfolding of technology's essence. Rather than passively succumbing to enframing, Heidegger suggests that we engage critically with it, recognizing both its potential and its limitations. Heidegger also introduces the notion of technology's saving power, transcending the confines of enframing. Saving power of technology lies in its ability to enable humanity to dwell more authentically in the world, fostering a deeper connection with both ourselves and our environment. This saving power allows technology to fulfill its true purpose, which is to serve as a means of revealing and preserving the essence of human existence. However, accessing technology's saving power necessitates essential reflection. Heidegger emphasizes the importance of questioning the fundamental nature and purpose of technology, as well as our relationship to it. Through essential reflection, we gain insights into technology's true essence and its potential to contribute to human flourishing. Heidegger's exploration of the ambiguity of technology's essence highlights the complex interplay between domination and liberation inherent in the modern technology. By critically engaging with enframing and accessing the saving power of technology through essential reflection, humanity can navigate the challenges posed by technology and realize its true potential as a means of revealing and preserving the essence of human existence.
Art as a realm for reflecting on technology's essence. So si Martin Heidegger, sinuggest niya na yung art daw ay nag-o-offer ng realm or lugar kung saan pwede tayong mag-reflect tungkol sa essence ng technology. With its capacity for poetic revealing, art can potentially foster the growth of the saving power within technology. Kapag daw nag engage tayo with art and sa capacity or sa ability nito para i-reveal ang truth, pwede raw makahanap ang humanity ng space or realm kung saan pwede tayo makapag-reflect sa essence nito at ng implications ng technology tungkol sa existence natin. Art provides an avenue for exploring the deeper dimensions of technology's impact on human life and our understanding of it. So, dahil nga sa sinuggest ni Martin Heidegger na yung art daw ay nag-offer ng realm for reflecting on technology's essence, he also explored yung relationship ng art and technology. So, according to Martin Heidegger, art goes beyond the utilitarian and instrumental aspects of technology to reveal deeper truths. Nire-reveal din daw ng art ang dimensions ng reality na dati ay or previously obscured or natatakpan ng technological modes ng revelation. In-emphasize niya na ang art daw ay may poetic essence na nag-invoke ng emotions and challenge din ito ang conventional understanding ng humanity tungkol sa papel ng technology sa ating buhay at ang paggamit ng art. Also, art with its ambiguity and multiplicity, nag-i-invite din daw siya ng interpretation and engagement from humanity. So, when we engage with art, we also allow or it also allows for reflection and contemplation of technology's essence and implications. Pwede itong mag-promote ng expansion ng saving power, ng redemption potential, and yung sinasabi nga kanina ni Martin Heidegger na transformation ng inherence ng technology's essence or yung importance nito. So he also included in this part na yung art daw, it thus provide fertile ground for critical reflection on technology. At inaalaw nito ang mga tao na i-navigate ang challenges na opportunities na nire-represent or binibigay mismo ng technology sa atin. So ngayon, bumalik tayo ng konti papunta sa questioning and crisis na na-discuss kanina. So regarding the questioning and crisis between art and technology, may mga na-conclude si Martin Heidegger tungkol dito. First, in-emphasize niya yung need ng individuals na critically examine yung broader implications ng technological progress. Since sabi niya nga ay na-fixate daw ang society natin sa novelty ng technology without considering the broader consequences. Ina-encourage niya ang individuals or humanity na mag-question and mag-assume tungkol sa values na nagdadrive sa technological development and advancement na nangyayari sa mundo natin ngayon. Pangalawa, kinriticize din ni Martin Heidegger yung narrow view ng technology or ng humans tungkol sa technology kung saan ang iniisip lang natin tungkol dito ay something functional or ginagamit lang natin sa pang-araw-araw na pangkabuhayan to make our lives easier. Pero instead, inargue ni Heidegger na it also reveals new ways of understanding and interacting with the world aside from the functionality of technology. He suggested that art, with its ability to uncover truths between or beyond utilitarian purposes, nagpro-provide din ito ng valuable counterbalance laban sa dominant technological mindset na mayroon ng mga tao ngayon. Then third, in-advocate din ni Martin Heidegger yung critical reflection ng mga tao na so dapat i-reflect natin or pag-isipan natin ng maigi tungkol or yung impact ng technology sa society natin and sa human existence. Naniniwala si Heidegger na yung pag-question and yung pag-assume tungkol sa development ng nuanced understanding or sa pagkakaroon ng mas matindi or mas maayos na understanding ay magkakaroon tayo or magli-lead ito sa more responsible approach ng technological innovation. So magkakaroon tayo ng mas ethical and mas maayos na paggamit and pag-approach sa technology na mayroon tayo ngayon. And aside from that, it ensures yung benefits ng human flourishing aside from the ethical approach. So pang-apat, na conclusion ni Heidegger about questioning and crisis ay dapat daw mag-caution or mag-take caution tayo against limiting technology to its practical use only. So sabi niya, ang approach daw na ito or yung thinking na ang technology ay for practical use lang ay ino-overlook ang ethical and existential questions. Sabi pa ni Heidegger ay, for a more holistic approach to technological development, dapat daw mag-focus tayo sa deeper significance or importance ng technology beyond its immediate usefulness. Then fifth, na na-conclude ni Heidegger ay, in-emphasize niya rin ang importance ng questioning and understanding ng implications and potentials ng technology. Nakikita niya ang pag-question as a piety act, kung saan ina-acknowledge natin ang profound impact ng human existence. By challenging dominant paradigms and exploring alternative perspectives sa technology, ang pag-question daw or ang questioning daw ay pina-foster niyang ethical reflection natin and ang imaginative engagement na ginagawa natin sa technology and sa technological innovations and possibilities and limitations na maaari pang mangyari sa mga susunod na panahon. Then lastly, or sixth, In-emphasize niya rin ang importance ng pag-maintain ng vigilant attitude towards technology. Sabi niya, ang technology daw ay may potential benefits and risks. Now, this vigilance helps to navigate complexities and uncertainties. Pinopromote nito ang human flourishing and yung ethical responsibility na dapat ay mayroon tayo. It involves critical thinking and receptiveness sa transformative possibilities ng technologies. And pinofoster naman nito, on the other hand, ang wisdom and insight ng ating receptibility sa technologies or sa development ng technology. Finally, to wrap up the whole presentation, here are the few main key points of Martin Heidegger's view of technology. So, first of all, pinopose ni Martin Heidegger na yung first step in reshaping our relationship with technology is to comprehend its essence. Instead of merely viewing technology as a tool or a means to an end, kailangan daw natin mas lalong intindihin in a deeper level yung fundamental nature nito and kung paano nito sinishape ang perspective and understanding natin sa mundo. Second, sabi ni Martin Heidegger, kailangan daw natin magkaroon ng questioning tungkol sa mindset, practices, goals, at perspective na mayroon tayo ngayon with technology. Kasi rather than accepting technology as inevitable or inherently beneficial lang daw, dapat daw ina-examine natin ng maigi kung paano nito nai-influence ang ating perception, behaviors, and objectives as humans. Now, by asking questions or being questioning, we can uncover the underlying assumptions and implications ng technology na mayroon ngayon sa mundo natin. And to further understand yung endeavors na or goals na gusto nating makamit gamit ang technology ngayon. Then thirdly, in-introduce sa atin ni Martin Heidegger yung concept ng techne, kung saan ina-encompass nito ang revealing and concealing. So, ang techne ay nagre-refer ito sa process ng pag-bring natin into presence or revealing, while simultaneously or kasabay nito ay ang pag-obscure or pag-conceal or pagtago natin sa certain aspects ng technology. Now, by understanding techne, we also gain insight into how technology operates and its impact on our understanding of truth and reality. Fourth, through an understanding of the essence of technology, inargue ni Heidegger na we can also engage in criticism at dapat ay mag-develop tayo ng bagong relationship or perspective with technology. So instead of simply accepting or rejecting technology, dapat daw i-evaluate at isipin natin kung ano ang mga epekto nito sa humanity and sa world para ma-discern din natin kung anong mga aspects ng technology ang nag-a-align sa ethical values natin at kung ano ang mga hindi nag-a-align kaya kailangan natin itong baguhin or kung hindi ay tanggalin. Then lastly, sinuggest ni Martin Heidegger na ang yung ultimate goal natin is to not is not to resist or reject technology, but to remember our true essence and the broader context of existence. So, ibig sabihin lang nito, hindi lang dapat yung functionality ng technology ang iniisip natin. Hindi natin dapat iniisip lang na, ay, ayokong gamitin ito. Or, we only use technology for our everyday means of living. Dapat din daw ay inaalala natin ang importansya nito sa society ngayon at kung paano na-shape nito ang perspective ng mga tao papunta or tungkol sa reality na kung nasaan tayo ngayon. So, by acknowledging our interconnectedness with the world and each other, we can transcend the narrow frame or perspective na ini-impose ng technology sa atin and magkaroon tayo ng deeper sense of understanding, identity, and purpose as humans sa mundong ito. So ultimately, Martin Heidegger advocates for a harmonious relationship between humanity, technology, and the natural world, grounded in a profound understanding of our shared essence. So hindi lang dapat yung importansya ng natural world lang or di kaya ng humanity lang or di kaya ng technology lang ang iniisip natin, kundi ang relationship ng buo ng tatlong ito at ang pagsasama-sama nito as a whole. That will be all for our presentation. Thank you so much for listening. This has been Group 5 that discussed Martin Heidegger's The Question Concerning Technology.